What's going on, producer family? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Noah, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make samples for the like of SHAKUR off of his album Wonderlove. I just feel like there's not enough Wonderlove tutorials out on YouTube, and I really love the sound that album brings. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make a sample just like that. A few announcements before I start the video is, one, my Instagram keeps getting banned over and over, so I'm going to leave a link down below to my new one because I just had to restart all the way back from zero. And it's a little frustrating, but support from anybody could really help, and I appreciate you guys. And number two is that this video was recorded at like 4 in the morning. So if I seem tired or you guys notice that I'm yawning like every 2 seconds, that is exactly why. So just a heads up, I'm not bored recording this video. You can look down in the bottom right of the screen, it'll show the time. It was very early when I made this, but anyways, you guys enjoy the video. The video is still fire nonetheless, and a lot of gems are dropped, so make sure you guys stick through all the way to the end. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that jazz, and enjoy the video. So the way that I started off this sample is I just started with laying down these chords. On this preset, this is actually a free plugin, by the way, Labs. Vintage Keys Sign of the Times preset. It's super percussive. Key hits are really loud, and there's really almost like no melodic to it. It's kind of mostly just a percussive preset, and I did this to kind of establish texture. So I know these chords kind of look a little confusing. Let me break it down for you. They're not. I'm in the scale of A minor, so it's just all the white keys. This is essentially just an A minor 9 right here. A minor right here, adding the 7th and then the 9th, and then I take the 9th and I pitch it down an octave. And then next up, this is a D minor 9. So all I did is I took this D and I pitched it up an octave too to give it this tension right here. I really liked the melody. If you guys don't know, the top notes of the chords are usually what is heard the most as the melody, and it's a technique called voice leading where you lead the top note into another top note of the next chord. I put down the E first, and I kind of built out the rest of the chord underneath it. Once I liked the sound, I went and I hit Alt S to pull up the strum, and it's kind of a heavy strum. Alright, next we have E minor 7, and then with this G on the top. I don't know why I put the G there. I guess I just liked it. But so all I did to find this chord is I took the root, which is A minor, which is our 1 chord, pitched it over, shifted it down 5, shift down arrow 1 2 3 4 5. Look at that, E minor. And that's pretty much how I found this chord. Alright, and then all this chord is right here is D minor 7, and this is pretty much the same chord as the second one I showed you over here, except I didn't pitch this D up an octave. If I pitch the D up an octave, look, it's literally the exact same thing. But again, talking about voice leading, is I wanted this D into the C to give it that descending feel, because if I put the D up an octave, it wouldn't have that descending feel. It would just be flat. It would be D to D, but I wanted it to keep going down. Alright, next I just copied those chords that I showed you down into this Labs preset. And I made this melody right here. And I think this kind of reminds me of that one song, I Just Want You by SHAKUR off Wonderlove. Again, super easy stuff. I just added 2 notes, D, C, D, and that's it. And then I added this piano melody right here. And it kind of leads in nicely to that Rhodes melody that I just showed you. That only plays once in the loop. I really didn't think I needed it anywhere else, and that's fine. Sometimes you don't need it to be symmetrical. So like I was saying with pitching it down 5, C to G is also a pitch down 5, but I added this B for a transition note. So, but ultimately at the end of the day, all this is a C to a G, and then I just added this little like flare at the end because I liked it. I thought it sounded good, and this is also just a result of me just messing around. So I highly recommend just mess around. Your best mistakes happen that way. From there, I added the splice vocal because I wanted that sampled R&B sort of feel. And so obviously it's sped up and pitched up. What I threw on this, on everything I just showed you, the keys and the sample included, is I threw a hyperchorus, flanger, this pitch shifter is inactive, and then this EQ to kind of cut out the lows. And this, The chorus and the flanger, if you guys want to give things that trap soul sort of effect, flanger is 100% the sauce, and that is the reason why trap soul samples sound like trap soul samples. This one plugin, they just throw a flanger on it. So there's a little secret for you guys. And apart from that, on the keys, all I threw was just some hyper chorus and then a little bit of reverb, like very, very small amount, because I didn't really want it to be too overpowering, because samples, like old samples, really don't have a whole lot of can this thing open? Oh my goodness. Old samples really don't have a whole lot of reverb, so 30%. Pan Man on the vocals, because I like when things move around in my ears. It adds nice texture, and it's like, oh, the little things matter. This guy actually pays attention to his loops. So all right, then I added this bass. This is from Analog Lab. This is blue bass right here. It's from some third-party folder, but I can't really find it right now. It sounds like this. I'm pretty much just following the chords with this. When I'm doing these plucked bass melodies, I like to leave a whole lot of space, because these can get really, really busy, and you can be doing too much with bass very easily. And that's something that my homie Mason told me recently, is that I do too much with my bass. So this one, my goal was to not do too much with my bass, and I think it turned out perfectly fine. Okay, after that, it's texture time. So I added all these textures from my homie Tensei's texture kit. Absolutely fire. And then this one I actually reversed, but you get the picture. So altogether, all the textures are going to sound like this. Because if you notice throughout Wonderlove, there are actually a lot of songs that have textures, because I think that's really what sets it apart from being like a Wonderlove type beat or just being like a trap soul sample, is that there's a lot of like modern elements added on top. And then I added this wah guitar. I played this in myself, and I think this is absolutely fire. This wah guitar turned out perfect. So I just have some decapitator to make it a little bit more distorted. It was very, very quiet. My guitar records dummy quiet, so added that to boost it. I had this flying auto wah plugin. It just gives it that wah guitar effect, and then cutting out the lows because it gets really muddy. Without it, it'd sound like this. So that's what I played in. With everything, sounds like that. So that's pretty much it for the main part of the sample. And then over here, I just added some splice saxophone samples. To kind of give it that like sexy sort of vibe that a lot of SHAKUR's Wonderlove beats have. And also just kind of give it like a little bit of a switch up. Another tip for you guys, if you're trying to make really, really good loops, is to add a switch up, add a B section. Trust me, drummers are going to thank you when the beat is like 2 minutes in and it's the same thing looping over and over and they need something refreshing. Add a B section, make it really, really easy for them to switch the beat up. It's just going to make their life a whole lot easier, and they're going to like working with you a whole lot more. So yeah, that is pretty much it, and that is my tutorial on how you can make samples just like Wonderlove for SHAKUR. Hope you learned something on how you can better your loops in the future with this. Down in the description is also a link to the Sounhive Discord. Send your loops through there and tag me, like at me in every single one of them. I'll listen to them and give you guys live feedback on how you can improve your loops. Anyways, y'all, thank you guys for watching today's video. Peace out.